Hello, my name is Eric and welcome to an intermediate leg day for flat bench style Bowflexes like this. Now, I'll be working out on a PR1000, but you can do this routine on any flat bench style Bowflex with a sliding seat that looks like this. So today's routine is going to be 28 sets long, and we're going to go from our ankles all the way up our calves to our quads, our glutes, and we're even going to hit our core for a bit of this. So 28 sets is kind of a long routine for an intermediate style workout, and the reason for that is a lot of these lifts are only going to hit half of the body at a time. So our first lift today is going to be a leg press where we're only working out one leg at a time. So you're going to need some extra gear for this routine. Some of it's optional, some of it's mandatory. This first piece, a weight belt, is really going to be needed. And what this is going to let us do is it's going to let us strap the weight behind our back for our first 12 sets of the day. And this is really needed. You can't really hold on to the handles because if you do, your arms are probably going to get tired before your legs get tired and then your form breaks down. So if you don't have a belt, go ahead and buy one. There's a link in the description for the one I recommend here, which is the Dark Iron Fitness Dip Belt. It's really high quality, not much money. Definitely recommend that. But if you have the belt that comes with the Bowflex, that's cool too. Just go ahead and use that for this routine. So the other thing you might need is more resistance for your machine. Now, the stock Bowflex comes with 210 pounds of power rod resistance, but unfortunately that's actually more like 100 pounds, maybe 110 pounds of resistance, and that's at full tension. So what I mean by that is as your power rods bend, the more resistance they're going to put out. When they're fully bent, that's when you're going to hit that 100 to 110 pounds of resistance. Now, if your power rods are only bent maybe 50% of the way and you've got all of them racked up, you might only be getting about 50, maybe 60 pounds of resistance. And when you're working out your legs in something like a leg press, that's so much less than your body weight, you're just not going to find that as a challenging lift. So we're going to do a few things to compensate for that. The first is for leg press, we're going to be doing one leg at a time. So that kind of functionally doubles the resistance. And the other thing is you can add either more power rods to your machine or you can use this cable upgrade that I'll have a link to in the description. Basically $25, $30, you can double or triple the resistance your Bowflex puts out. Great for today's routine. So if you're going to be joining me, please go ahead and give this video a like, and we're going to get into a warm-up where the warm-up's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to have some detailed instruction on how to do some of these lifts where we're going to have a lot of resistance racked up. So that's going to be playing for the first 90 seconds. Then we're going to rack up our resistance and get into our routine. I hope you join me, and I'll see you right back. All right, we're going to start things off with some high knees or some jogging in place. We're going to be doing this for 90 seconds. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to go ahead and demo some of these lifts that we'll be doing today under full weight. Okay, so I got all my weights racked up, and what I like to do is just now step over my back strap, putting in my lower back, and then I am going to now push away from my machine. And now here I'm fully extended with my legs. And for our first lift, we're going to be doing a leg press. Now, I like doing one leg at a time. And I've got my right foot kind of in the middle of the crossbar. And I'm going to drop, and then I'll extend. So when I do this, I do like to bend my leg almost all the way that I can, and then press out. If you only go a little bit, you're not really getting the full work in your leg here. So I like to slide all the way out and then press out. Now I like to keep my leg that's not being worked just stretched out, so it's sliding around freely. If you want to keep it on the ground here, that's okay. I sometimes would hit my knee on the crossbar, so I didn't like that. So I just liked just kind of keeping it hovering right below the crossbar. So that's the leg press. For our calf raises, so you're going to do both legs together. I have kind of my toes right up on the cross, and then I'm going to drop here, and then I'm going to extend, almost like I'm going on my tippy toes. And then I'll just repeat like this. All right, now let's go into some calf raises, where you just go up on your tippy toes, and then you're gonna come down into a body weight squat, hold it for a sec, and back on your toes, and drop. A couple more of these. All right, now we're gonna do some leg pulls. So just grab your ankle here and pull it up. Stretch out that quad. If you need to hold on to something, you can. If you even want to lean forward a bit, stretches out your quad a little bit more. All right, hold it for just a little bit longer. And now let's switch sides. All right, nice. So now we're going to move into a knee pull, where we're just going to pull that knee in towards our chest. And then I like kind of loosen up my ankles here, maybe rotate a bit. You can hold on to something if you need to. Now let's switch sides. All right, now let's spread out our legs a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. And we're going to do side squats where we just go side to side and dip down and then lift up. And the longer we do these, try to go down just a little bit further, a bit more of a stretch in there. We're just trying to loosen up our knees and our glutes and our quads. All right, and finally, let's keep our legs wide, put our arms out, and we're just going to do some torso twists. We're loosening up our back. Feel a nice, relaxing twist there. All right, so racking up our resistance. Now, if you don't have any sort of resistance upgrade, that's why we call the lightweight setting. And I would just rack up all the power rods you got to start things out. Also, we're going to be removing this seat here, and we can just set this aside. We'll be using that in a bit. And then set your seat to slide around here. Now, for a medium weight setting and a heavy weight setting, it's kind of hard to distinguish between the two. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to rack up all my power rods and 120 pounds of elastic band resistance. And that is going to give me a pretty challenging lift here. So use, what feels right to you though. And we can adjust the weight throughout today's routine. We're just starting out really heavy for our leg press. So the other thing is these handles here, we're going to be using these. Just set them aside for now. We'll be picking them back up in a bit. Now let me clip my belt on in. All right, so once I have my belt clipped in, what I like doing then is just stepping over the belt to get in position here. And now I can slide this right behind me and then strap it right on. So before I get into even the one-legged lifts, I like getting a couple reps in that are both legs together, just to make sure I've got a comfortable weight setting here for me. And now that I've done that, I'm going to do a one-legged leg press, just as I showed before. And as you come in towards the tower, I want you inhaling then, and then exhaling as you press away. All right, so we got a 20-second rest here, and then we're just going to switch legs in just a moment. All right, and here we go. Another set, other leg. Now I like getting a full bend on my knee here and then pressing out. That's going to give me the maximum effect of this exercise. And the gradual resistance works out really well here because as you're bent all the way in the most compromised position, that's when the weight is the lightest, and then you can accelerate through it. All right, so we're gonna go into a calf raise up next. Now technically you could do a one-legged calf raise here. It's a little hard with the balance. So I'll be doing a two-legged calf raise. So for this, feet on the crossbar, lift them up, go on your tippy toes, and then you're gonna drop as far as you can, and then accelerate up. Back onto those toes. Do those heel drops nice and low, and then raise them up. And if you need to get repositioned, do that. What you want to avoid, you don't want to slide off of this crossbar because you're just going to get launched towards the tower. So make sure you're staying in control, and if you need to reposition, that's okay. Just do that reposition and then stay with me. So another set of single leg press. We're going to be doing a total of 4 leg presses on our right, 4 on the left, and 4 sets of calf raises. And that's going to be our first 12 sets of the day here. Nice, all right. Get in position for that other one. You should really be feeling it here in your quads as you're, especially the beginning, when you're beginning to press away. That's when your quads are really going to be engaged here. All right, let's go. Nice, so you're halfway through your leg press portion of this routine, and we're going to be moving into another set of calf raises here. I want you thinking about that weight. Is that weight good for you? Is it not enough? Make adjustments right after this calf raise. All right, up on your tippy toes and drop. Five more seconds, you got this. You're halfway through this first circuit. Once we complete this first circuit, you're going to have a 90-second rest period. So just stick with me. One-legged leg press, let's go. All right, other side, left leg. Let's go. Stay in control here. You don't want to Get rocketed back towards the bench, or the tower. All right, calf raises. Like I said, make sure your feet are firmly planted on this crossbar or the tower. You don't want to slide off. That would be bad. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go, team. Drop, and then on your toes. Try to slow down on that drop, and then explode up. All right. We got one more set on each side here coming up. All right, let's get in position. Final leg press on the right side. Just press away from that tower. You got this. If you're struggling, just think 1 rep at a time and focus on that breathing. One more set of leg press. You can do this. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's press. Almost there. All right, we got one set of calf raises, one final set, and then we have a 90-second rest coming up after this. All right, team, let's get in position. Let's raise those feet up, get on your tippy toes, and then slowly heel drop. You got 15 more seconds. Come on. Nice. Okay. 90-second rest period here. You can unclip your belt, and we are going to be done with the belt for a while. Or for the rest of this routine, we are done with the belt. You can grab yourself some water, towel off, do what you need to. And I said, don't put this bench far away. We're going to reconnect it here. And now let's get our bench back in the fixed position here. So we got our bench back together. And now we need to put our handles back on the machine. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave some of my cables here under tension. So I'm going to leave a 50-pound cable here along with all of my power rods. For a lightweight setting, I probably dropped either 50 or 80 pounds of resistance. A medium weight setting, I probably just keep all my power rods. And we're going to move into a pullover crunch here. And for this, we're going to lie flat with our legs over the leg extension. Bring these arms up and then down towards your thighs and move into a crunch position here, just like this. Now, as you do this, I want your shoulders all the way off of the bench, and you should be feeling a nice crunch in those abs. All right, so we got a 20-second rest period here, and we're just going to do 4 of those in a row here. So let's get back in position. Arms are going to go from straight up above down to your thighs as you lift your shoulders off of the bench. All right, be thinking about that resistance. Is the weight good for you? Now let's get back in position, adjust the resistance as needed. Let's go. All right, got 20 more seconds here, and then we're moving in to our final set of pullover crunches. And then we're gonna have another little break period to get in position for our next lift. All right, let's finish this strong. Here we go. Crunch. Crunch. Keep working, you got this. Almost there. All right, here we got a little bit longer of a break period. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop my weight again. So now I'm gonna just have my power rods for resistance. So lightweight, I would go 30 pounds of resistance. Medium, I would go either 50 or 80 pounds of resistance. Heavyweight, you can do all of it. You got this. And we're gonna be moving into some torso twists. So I've got the far handle, and I've got one knee resting on my leg extension. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna twist this weight across my body here. And I'm gonna keep looking straight ahead. And so I just want to be moving, my abs, and basically I need to keep my pelvis locked in place as I twist this weight across my body. Nice, okay. So now we're gonna spin around and we're gonna do the other side here. And we're just gonna twist that weight, nice and smooth. We're gonna be just looking straight ahead. Try to keep that movement just moving around the axis of your spine. Keep seated up, straight up and down, and just move smoothly along that axis, and try not to rotate your shoulder, or try not to lift with your shoulders. You want to lift down here in your abdominal region. All right, let's go. Keep twisting, nice and smooth. Other side now. Last set of torso twist. Again, keep looking straight ahead, one knee on your leg extension attachment. Sit up nice and tall. And now let's twist. All right, not a lot of time here. We're moving into our next lift, which is going to be a step back lunge. And for this, I'm going to grab one handle here, and I might plant one foot about where the leg extension is, and I'm going to step back, and then I pull the weight back, and then I stand up. Now be careful not to bonk your knee on the ground as you do this. So step back, pull, and then back up. Now, alternatively, you don't need to have the handles if you don't want. You can just do a step back and then stand up. If you're struggling with doing the hand motions at the same time. This is a great exercise for working our glutes here. And actually the handles, I'm finding these are kind of pulling me back up, which isn't quite what I intended when I designed this routine. So step back, stand up, and then do the pull. I think I said that wrong initially. So step back, stand up, and then pull. All right, here we go. Step up and pull. So we're throwing a little bit of back work in here too. Make sure the step back is really smooth. There we go, nice. Short rest period here. And when you get back into it again, you can do just body weight, not even do anything with the handles. Totally up to you. All right, so I'm going to step back, stand up, and then pull. All right, one more set of lunges. A lot of people hate lunges. They are good for you, good for your glutes. Just don't bang your knees on the ground. That's gonna make you hate them real fast. Lunges are one of my favorite leg exercises, and you can do these without the Bowflex or with dumbbells or kind of however you want. 5 more seconds. All right, 90-second rest. But during this rest period, we need to re-rack our resistance again. We're gonna run our cables through this leg extension. So you can grab some water while I do this, or wait to do your water until after you run your cables. If you're breathing hard and feel like quitting, well, don't quit. You're so close to finishing, and you're gonna feel great about it when you're done. Now for our weight, 80 pounds heavy, medium 50 pounds, lightweight 30. So keep where you were at for the last lift. And we're just going to get in position here. We got a little bit more time. So for these, you can have your hands, I kind of like having them right underneath my butt, but you can lean back and do these, or you can bring them up in front. It's kind of up to you what feels good to you. And this is our last 4 sets of this routine. I know you can finish. Give it all you got. You'll feel great about yourself for putting everything out there. All right, let's go. So extend up. I like holding it at the fully extended position and then dropping down. Ten more seconds. All right, think about that weight setting. Did that feel good to you? If it was too light, throw in just a little bit more weight. Too much, drop it down a bit, because you got 3 more sets. All right, let's go. Extend. Hold that weight in the fully extended position and slowly drop down for more challenge. All right, 2 more sets of those, and then we can call it a day. Whew. All right, extend it out. Now, as we work through these final lifts, I just want to tell everybody I'm working on a membership program to gain access to programs to help you progress through these videos. Please check that out. As of the release of this video, the memberships are not up, but within a couple days or a couple weeks, that will be up, so be sure to check that out. And if you are doing this routine as part of the membership, don't forget to comment below, put a hashtag in there for the logger to pick up this routine for you. Everybody, let's finish out strong here. Final 30 seconds of work. Give it all you got. Ten more seconds. Let's go. All right, great work, everybody. Be proud of yourself for finishing. I'm proud of you for doing that. Proud of myself for getting this video recorded. I had some technical difficulties. And let's get our power rods removed from tension and wrap them up with a bungee cord If you enjoyed this routine, please don't forget to hit that like button. Comment below if you're using this as part of the tracker. And if you just really like this routine, comment below, let me know what you thought of it. And I appreciate you working out with me today. Be proud of yourself and be good to yourself and be good to others. And thank you for watching.